everybody, it's Trader Cobb here. Hope you are all well. What a wild week it has been. Absolutely stunning, phenomenal. I don't know, there's no words to really describe it. And before I get going too far, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Lots going on my Twitter page at the moment. About to come up with lots of stuff. At Trader Cobb, C-O-B-B. Don't forget also, follow Crypto Revolution Investments. And if you've got any questions about what we are and how we do things, why don't you get in contact with us? All you got to do is ask on the Facebook page or jump onto the YouTube channel. That's Crypto Revolution Investments. So guys, Bitcoin keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And you know what I keep on hearing? Where's the top, Craig? Where's the top, Trader Cobb? Where's the top? Guys, I don't know. I'm happy to not know. I never really know. It's hard to know when this is totally unprecedented. It's very, very, very much overextended. It really, really, really is. I mean, it's not healthy for the market to extend this far. That's me as a trader with experience, 10 years of experience talking about a market. Keep in mind, if the whole world was to take notice and start to ramp onto Bitcoin, then this may keep on going until we hit 100,000. I don't know. Obviously, that is a wild thing if it was ever to happen, and I'm certainly not predicting that in a straight line like we're seeing here, but I just don't know. It's a supply and demand thing here. We've got X amount of Bitcoins available, and we've got X amount of people that want them. How quickly can those X meet the other X, and how quickly does it drive the price up until we get exhausted? That's the question we've got right now. With the futures coming out in the next few days, I don't know what that's going to do either. People keep asking, what does futures mean to Bitcoin trading, or Bitcoin in general? It's one thing. It's great. It's fantastic. Does it mean the price will keep going up? Does that mean it's great and fantastic? No, not really. I want to see the market have a breather. We need to see a pullback. I want to see another entry. Where will that entry be? Look, it's so difficult for me to even have any idea because we're not even close to pulling back. But if I draw this in here, I'm talking something around 10,000 really. Drawing another one from down here from the last big move that we had where I called the 3,000. And I mean, check it out. We're right down here, 10,000 to 9,500. Something like that would be ideal. Okay, that would be ideal. And I'll tell you what, if we can get to 10,000, I'll be buying more of these wonderful things that we call Bitcoin. Now, to get rid of that, because it's just absolute insanity on Bitcoin, and I'm not going to go into my intraday trading strategies right now because there's another question that I keep getting asked. When something does take off, and you know by now, guys, you know that I really advocate if you're a trader, okay, if you're trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, to cross it with the US dollar because it just gives you a better trending chart. Now, I trade trends, so I'm not one of these people that will give you a chart like this and draw a sloping trend line here and here and say, oh, it's crossed down or it's crossed up or the RSI's done this or the RSI's done that. I'm not that kind of a trader. I don't believe in any of that stuff. Each to their own, but I learned that stuff about 8 years ago, worked out that it didn't work about 7 years ago, and since then I haven't looked back. But how do I actually do this? Well, you see when we look across the board, Stratus has some green here, okay? Check it out. We look at this and we go, oh, look at that. What a move. It has moved very, very well and it's pulled back. So how do we take advantage of these pullbacks? Something like Einstein. Where is that? Where have I got that? No, I'll use this as an example. There are some good opportunities on that as well. And again, it comes back to the Fibonacci's. Now, Fibonacci is not the only string I've got in my bow. I've got plenty of strategies. I use all of them at different times of the market. The strategies that I use and that I work with are because markets do three things. This is guaranteed, guys. This is factual, not subjective. This is objective. Markets go up, markets go down, and markets go sideways. When they go up and down, they tend to trend. So I've built my strategies and created them and learnt them around the consolidation of markets, the pullback of markets, the pullback and pause of markets. That's how they move. So again, I know Fibonacci plays big in my analysis. This again, it will do because we're seeing big moves and pullbacks. So the levels that I like is the 50% and the 61.8% fib. I'm not telling you the full strategy here. You can learn that elsewhere. I'll tell you how to another day. But the bottom line is that if you're looking for trading entries, just a little tip, a little pointer how to use fib. You've got to draw it from the low to the high, and you're looking for a pullback into either the 50% or the 61.8% fib. How you place your stops is up to you. But what you want to try and do is look for sensible places for entry. Okay, so in here we've got the cradle, so in that zone between the 10 and the 20. Okay, so it wouldn't have been there with a 50. Pull back into that cradle, aligning up with the 61.8% fib. There's two things, okay? It hit that level, it's bounced quite nicely, and now it's back into this range. Keep in mind when we're trading, sometimes a quick bounce is what we are after. Guys, there's a lot more lessons to come, a lot more learning for us, and hopefully a lot more absolutely insane moves to be had on this wonderful thing we call Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Don't forget, make sure you do this right now. Get to your Twitter, get to your Facebook, follow Trader Cobb, that's COBB, as well as Crypto Revolution Investments on YouTube and Facebook. Guys, have a great day. Speak to you all again very soon.